Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Chalk Talk here in the DK Pittsburgh Sports Steelers YouTube channel. Broderick Jones was really good a couple days ago. I would say encouraging a couple days ago when we went over that. But today we're going to go over Troy Fautanu. A little bit more than encouraging from this game. Let's take a look here at the tape. First play, moved Darnell Washington over in motion. We're running play action. Selling wide zone to the left there, to the right from our perspective, but the offense is left. Really important that we have to remember is that the quarterback's going to fake the handoff and come back over here. So Troy here really has to make sure that nobody leaks through. That's important for both him and for Washington there, and also Connor Hayward, who's coming over on this side as well. And Troy here does a really good job of, again, you're trying to sell the run. Gets the long arm there on 44 to help Washington get to his guy. And then as 23 crashes down, Troy picks him up like it's nothing. We got good protection all around. And again, Troy he gets anchored. Linebacker doesn't stand a chance. When Troy gets anchored, he's already hard enough for edge rushers. When we're talking about linebackers, it's over. You're not getting there. Phenomenal stuff from Troy. Really great way to start the game. But the stuff that I really want to get into with Troy, and there's different types of examples here, is that he is, and we kind of already knew this, compared to Broderick Jones, way more polished, especially in pass protection, than Broderick was coming out of college. Broderick was very raw when he was coming out of Georgia as a pass protector. That's not the case with Troy. His footwork was already really well developed coming out of Washington, and despite only playing 55 snaps last year, he looks more advanced than he did coming out of college. And you're gonna see this. I mean, first off, ball is snapped really quick out of his stance. I mean, McCormick's elbow also moving there pretty quickly, but up out of the stance before anybody else. Really quick up out of the stance. And then look at just how quickly he gets to a very wide base before contact's even made. He is there, ready to go. Nice wide base. Can't be knocked backwards very easily at that point. Initiates contact. Want to watch the hands a little bit. Don't get too high. Don't want to get illegal hands to the face. Remember that for here in just a little bit. But really good first contact. Good hand fighting there. Get a little bit of a rip there from the edge. But the one thing that Troy does really well with his feet, and he did this at college, watch this right foot here. When he gets that little rip and the edge rusher kind of gets past him, watch him just throw this right foot back and then just stay mirrored with him and just keep the feet moving. This is really, really good stuff from Troy here. And again, he had even better recoveries using the ability to just throw a foot back and get back to a wide base really quickly. He's very talented at that. And it's good to see that this stuff is still there. Remember, the right knee was the injured knee last year. Okay, that's supposed to be an arrow. Let's try to, there we go. A little bit better. Still not great. But that right knee was the one that was injured last year. And when you're able to throw that back, anchor that thing, mirror the edge rusher, everything's looking strong, everything's looking good. Phenomenal rep there from Troy. Good stuff. Go on to the next one here. Again, just does a really good job of getting, out to that wide base really quickly. When he sees the edge rusher going to the outside, he's able to not just, sit there. He's able to lunge and get that right foot over and then get back to, and see there he gets a little narrow there, gets knocked back, long arm there. But one way he's able to do this, you could try to do the thing that you did before. You could throw one of the feet back, hurry up and get into a wide base. That's one way to do it. Or another way you can do it is to just throw the arm down. And then through continuing to churn the feet, to keep the feet moving, throw the arm down. Now the edge rusher, the edge rusher literally, 44 here, has all of his weight and momentum on that long arm on Troy. And when Troy throws that down, he loses all balance, and it's all she wrote. Like, that's it. Troy's won the rep. Perfect pocket there for Mason to do whatever he needs to do. Sure, Troy's still getting pushed back a little bit, but overall, this is still a really good rep from Troy. Really good stuff. Next rep here. Oh yeah, so yeah, let's look at Troy's run blocking. Steelers here appear to be running. This looks like inside zone, especially based off of what the running back's seeing. Troy here does a really good job. Knocks 69 over, like really just clears that. And then gets up to the second level, gets to the linebacker. There's no chance the linebacker gets to Caleb there. If Caleb keeps this inside and keeps going on that inside track, the only reason the linebacker is able to even read this and get there is because Caleb bends this to the outside. And I think this is a third and short, so he only needed a few yards. Didn't need an explosive run here. But Troy, again, just does a great job of making sure 69 doesn't stand a chance of getting there. Shoves him over, really helps McCormick. If anything, McCormick kind of goes with him. But still, great job there from Troy. Then gets up to the second level. Caleb gets enough yards to get the first down. And in case you had any doubt on that, there's McCormick pointing first down for everybody. But pretty good run block there from Troy. Another pass rush rep here. Quick up out of the stance. We're staying wide. Just look at that. Look, the hands are ready. The staying wide. And this is why. No, it's not there. Never mind. I thought this was the illegal hands to the face. Get some hand fighting here. But again, so much of what Troy is able to do is just able to mirror the defender. Like you can try to dance around him and rush around him. Troy's fast enough to do that. He's fast enough to stay with you. If you're going to try this like little hezzy stuff, Troy's not going to fall for it. And again, watch whenever the edge rusher starts to try to really rush. That forward lean, and then he gets both feet back. That's perfect positioning there. Boom. Like you're not getting past him. You're not getting past him when he gets anchored. There's a really big difference here. Watch Troy's positioning here next to Broderick's over here. When you're able to keep this base, this good knee bend, this forward lean, you're not throwing your head down like Broderick does. And I'm not really trying to like hate on Broderick here, but this is good stuff right here, man. This is really, really good. Great technique there. Oh, and that's on the touchdown too. So, perfect. I think every Steelers fan will be happy with that if that happens during the season. Also, as we talked about yesterday, that guy's a cheat code. All right, second quarter here. Here's Troy. I think I actually accidentally took out the illegal hands to the face penalty in here. Yeah, I accidentally did. But yeah, so that one rep that I was talking about earlier, a lot of the same stuff that he was doing very successfully, but that first rep where I said watch the hands, they go a little high there, well, that's what ended up happening. He went a little too high. The right hand, I think actually the left hand slipped up, got to the face, and then the referee, who's like this referee right here, like sees it, throws the flag, you get illegal hands to the face. You just got to watch the hand placement there. That's all. Nothing to be too overly crazy about, to be too concerned about. That stuff is very, very fixable. Very fixable. All right, so here's Troy. running, this is another play action. Going against a 3-tech here. Faking wide zone there to the left. And again, we're just looking at Troy. I mean, he stays anchored. This is against a 3-tech. This is against a much more powerful player, not as fast of a player. Got to stay anchored. Again, that wide base. Look at that wide base right there, man. Look how wide apart those feet are. Stays wide. Oh, man, look at this. This is open. Oh, man. I'd like to be able to, I bet you Mason would want that one back. I mean, good catch by Connor, but that's a much bigger gain right there. Good stuff from Troy, though. Again, just another good rep. Number 76 there. This one looks like duo. Yeah, because you get the double team here. And double team there, usually multiple double teams. And then McCormick's then going to go up and double this. Spencer Anderson is going to go up, or not double. He's going to go. They're going to double, block, and then go up to the second level. Anderson here going to double this, then go up to the second level. Like that's a good tell for duo. McCormick again does a good job of allowing Fautanu to gain leverage there, and then get up to the second level. But Troy does a really good job of not necessarily having the leverage that he wants and still able to really fight and drive the guy backward. And then once you can tell the defensive lineman wants to start going back this way, Troy's got a really good grip on him. And it's not letting him go. That's just big man strength. That's just stuff you just need to play this position sometimes. Sometimes technique isn't always gonna get you what you're looking for. Sometimes you just gotta have some big man strength, and that's exactly what that is. One thing I wanted to highlight really quick that's not Fautanu related. I saw this freeze frame right here on social media quite a bit. And people were like, oh my gosh, Caleb Johnson didn't run through this really big hole. Oh man, he's a bust. Blah, 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 blah. So let's look at where Johnson ends up getting. He gets to about the 50. Okay. And you're like, oh my gosh, he's going to be able to run up that hole for days. Yeah. Spencer Anderson doesn't get to number 0 right here. And if Caleb Johnson would have ran forward, this is the 45-yard line right here. I don't think Caleb Johnson gets to the 45-yard line. That's one-on-one with a linebacker because Spencer didn't get to the linebacker there. If Spencer gets to that linebacker and he's blocked, and this is all well blocked up, then yes, absolutely Caleb Johnson would have gotten a lot of yards out of that. However, with what actually ended up happening, no. Caleb would not have gotten a lot of yards. He would have been stopped easily at about the 45, no further past the 45-yard line. Instead, he bounces it to the outside, gets a nice little stiff arm of Travis Hunter right there, and then gets up to the 50. So he gets 5 extra yards of what he would normally have gotten if he would have just kept going up that hole. So this is why freeze frames don't do it justice. Don't look at freeze frames on social media and think that people know what they're talking about. They don't. That's my TED Talk for the day. Next play here. I think this is the Mason sack. Yeah. So this is the last play right here. Get the play action fake. I mean, 3 technique here. Okay? You get the initial double. That's all well and good. But once McCormick comes off of them, Troy stands him up. And doesn't just stand him up. Again, this wide base. He's getting pushed back a little bit, but good Lord, this is an eternity. This is a long, long, long time. Again, I can't let the play go because the NFL will block the video. Mason had more than 5 seconds. From the snap to, again, good stuff from McCormick there to make sure. But even then, McCormick is just getting a hand to make sure that Troy gets his leverage. Well, Troy gets his leverage, and then he just stands him up. Still stands him up. Still stands him up. Sometimes, again, wide base, big man strength, good technique, good footwork. This was some really impressive stuff from Troy. And then when Mason holds on to the ball for too long, then Troy's the first guy over, help the quarterback up. Good stuff. The Broderick Jones tape was encouraging. Wasn't perfect, but it was encouraging. Good stuff to build off of. This was, holy crap. I thought this was a phenomenal performance from Troy. I don't think there was one rep he legitimately lost in this game. I thought he was great. So, we'll see. We'll see how things go moving forward. 2 more preseason games to go, but man, from what I've seen at training camp to this game, really, again, it would not surprise me if by season's end you can make an argument that Troy Fautanu is the best offensive lineman in this group. Nothing against Zach Frazier. I do think he's the best offensive lineman right now that they have. And very well still could be by season's end. But it would not surprise me if Troy gives him a run for his money. So, anyway, you guys have a great weekend. We'll be back, hopefully, with fresh tape from the Buccaneers preseason game. If not, we'll do at least one more from this game. And then as soon as the All-22 is available from the NFL, we will get into that second preseason game as well. And we'll see how these guys like Troy and Broderick and all these guys, how they continue to develop as the preseason goes along. So until then, catch you on the flippity flip. Have a great weekend. See you later.